Hey everyone, it is Diamond VSG checking in to do my week 47 and 48 post-op update. So I'm at the airport right now. I've had a crazy weekend. I was only home for about 2 days, and I threw my mother a surprise birthday party yesterday. So most of my time was kind of filled up with that. Last week I just had a very crazy week, and to be honest, I really just wasn't in the mind frame to do a video. And I'll get into that a little bit later. But let's start off with them stats. So my highest weight was 230.6 pounds. Day of surgery weight was 222.4 pounds. My weight as of 2 weeks ago was 136.4. My weight as of yesterday, which is February 24th, was 136.8. And actually, this morning it was the same thing. So for the last 2 weeks, weeks 47 and 48, I was 136.8. That is a 4 ounce gain from 2 weeks ago. That is a loss from surgery weight of 85.6 pounds and a loss from my highest weight of 93.8 pounds. So, my thing is, last week I was going to do a video, but I was still kind of in that funk. I thought I was kind of getting over it. It felt like I was, but I was still kind of in it. I just didn't want to record. I just really didn't have much to say. Okay, so as you see, I'm no longer in the airport. I'm actually at work right now, and I'm trying to finish this video. But yeah, I was still in a funk, and I just didn't. I kind of regret not recording because I would have loved for you guys to see really how I felt last week. I mean, I really just felt like a failure. I don't know why. I just, these negative thoughts, and I keep telling myself I gotta like chill. So I'm actually way better than I was last week. And I got to meet, well, like, and talk to some awesome people the last couple of weeks. And I actually want to give some shout outs real quick. I'm going to insert a picture right here. And that is, if you saw, I added her name. It is Moving Weight Weights. She was like the sweetest person I ever met. We met up when I was in Houston last week. We went out to dinner, we talked, and I mean, we talked like we knew each other forever. So follow her VSG journey. She that's her name on Instagram and YouTube as well. And again, it's Moving Weight Weights. I also want to give a shout out to TTs and also Dream Girl 12872. I believe I said that right. Because I mean, we are constantly talking on Instagram. TT's is always hitting me up on Facebook and, I'm not Facebook, excuse me, YouTube, and just with supporting words, and we trying to support each other at this moment. So I definitely want to give a shout out to you guys. So as I said, just the 24th was my 11-month anniversary, surgerversary. So I'm going to insert some, a few before and after pictures and things like that. I'm not going to go too crazy because my year will be next month. The thing that I think is also I've been in a funk is because me gaining the weight and not really losing, but I've lost a lot. My mind frame was, yo, you can get to 135. First, I didn't feel I could, and when I did, I'm like, yo, well, let me get to 130 just because. Not even because that's where I want to be. It's just because I want to be able to say I lost 100 pounds. That's my goal. So that is the goal I'm giving myself for my year out. It may or may not happen. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, I'm not going to let it bother me, as I've let this whole 2, 3, 4 weeks have been going by, and I've been like, a little, like I said, under the dumps. I'm not in the dumps. I'm not going to let that affect me like I did, like I said, how I was affected last couple of weeks. So that's my goal. I just want to hit that number just so I can say I did it. And to be honest with you, my ideal weight for myself, I had to realize, like, you keep saying 135, but that really wasn't my ideal weight. My ideal weight was 170. But I told myself that I look so bright. I told myself that if I'm between 130 and 140, I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that. If as long as I don't go over the 140, I'm cool with anywhere between 130 and 140. Why? Because I have about 3 pairs of jeans that are size 4. And when I get a little closer to the 140 though, they feel a little tight. And I'm like, oh, okay, girl, you need to get it together. So right now they fit comfortably. They're fine. But when I get a little closer to the 140s, I get like 137, 138, they get a little tight. And my goal prior to surgery, I told my friend 2 things. I want to be able to wear heels, and I want to be able to wear jeans with buttons comfortably, because for years I've been wearing jeggings and you just slip them on. They're leggings, basically. They weren't even jackets because they didn't have a button. They were leggings that looked like jeans, because every time I wear pants with buttons, it was so uncomfortable. They cut into my stomach. I just wasn't feeling that. So I stopped wearing jeans, as I said in one of my other videos. So being I'm back in jeans and I'm in a size 4, trying to stick in that size 4. The size 6, I put them on I got one pair of size 6. I put them on every once in a while when I know I'm about to go out to eat. But no, I want to stick with them size 4s. So this week I want to focus on my protein and hydrating myself. Today it's already Monday. It's the 26th. I've only been sipping on I have like a diet Snapple. I'm not hungry. I haven't really been hungry. I didn't want to go shopping or anything like that because I'm only in Alabama for 2 days. I leave tomorrow. I came in pretty late last night. I got in about 9 something. I didn't get to the hotel till about 10:30 because I had to drive about an hour to get where I am. And then I leave tomorrow. So to me, it made no sense to go to like Walmart and buy stuff, and it'll be wasted. Even if I bought protein shakes, I feel it'd be wasted. So when I go to Jacksonville, Florida tomorrow, I do plan on stopping at Walmart and getting at least protein shakes, if not food. And just focusing on myself. Like, I'm back in a better headspace, so I feel that I should do better for the next couple weeks. So we'll see if I have a loss next Saturday. I may or may not. If I don't go up, I'm cool with that too. Sorry for all the shaking. I don't have my stand, obviously. And there is one thing before I go that I want to mention that kind of pushed my buttons. Last week when I was leaving Houston, I was in line behind this young lady. We looked like about the same age. And we started talking because I liked her bag, and we started talking about that, and we found out we both were auditors. She audits for some type of company that deals with skin grafting for people, like real skin. And I was telling her what I do, and we both travel, and we just kind of got into a conversation about that, and we saw that the plane was going to be crowded because there was so many people in line. And she goes to say, yeah, when I sit down, we were talking about how we like to sit. I like to sit by the window, and she says she would rather the window or aisle, whatever, not the middle. She's like, oh, but I hate when somebody really obese, when I see them walking on a plane, I'm staring at them like, oh, please don't sit next to me. And I just looked at her like, the crazy part is, I know what it is to be that obese person, to walk on a plane and feel like people are going to feel some type of way that you're sitting next to them. And that's why I always wanted the window or the aisle seat. I never wanted to be in the middle because I felt that I and them will be uncomfortable through this plane ride. So when she said that, I'm like, oh, so that just really confirms what I've always have felt before. Not saying that she would have felt that way about me per se, but that's just how I felt. And I felt that people felt by sitting next to me on the plane. And so for her to say that, it kind of just was like, really? And I told her, I said, well, I know what it feels like to be that obese person. And she's like, no, are you serious? I said, yeah. And I sent her the picture, and I said, well, I'm not sent her the picture. I showed her a picture of myself prior to losing the weight, and then it was a side-by-side picture. And she's like, oh, my gosh. I said, yeah. She's like, well, you look so good. I was like, thank you. I'm like, but I said, don't get it twisted. I said, just how you feel that you don't want us to sit next to you. I said, we wouldn't want to sit next to anybody either because we want to be comfortable too. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, no, I mean, I didn't, mean it like that. But you did. So to know that people look at you like that when you're bigger, and don't get me wrong, I know there's a bunch of prejudices against obese people. It's just you don't normally hear them too often. I used to hear them when I was younger. I used to hear the jokes when I was younger. I'm going to say prejudice. I used to hear the jokes when I was younger. As I've gotten older, I've heard people say things that, oh, I don't want this person sitting next to me, or I don't want to work with this person, or I don't want to deal with this person. I haven't had to deal with that, with people saying it to me directly, but I've heard them say it about other people. And it's not to say that they haven't said it about me. I have no clue. No clue. They may have. And my thing is, people that are obese, and when I was obese, and I still feel in my mind frame I'm obese, I got to get myself together. It's not like we choose to be that way. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we say, yo, I'm going to sit here and eat all this food, and I'm going to gain all this weight, and I'm going to just be obese. That's not really what it is. There's things that happen in people's lives. There's people that deal with mental stress, or emotional stress with eating. Not saying it's healthy, not saying it's okay to do, but things happen. It's not like you sit down one day and your normal weight and you wake up the next day and you're obese. Yes, it takes a while for us to get there. It takes a while, it takes a while for us to get there. And when you have family that are like, oh no, you look fine and you're this and you look, or loved ones. I'm not gonna say family because my family, they're like, girl, you getting big, and that's how my self-esteem was all messed up. But when you have people that love you and they love you no matter what size you are, and they say, yo, you're fine, you look good, you start to believe it, even though in the back of your mind you're like, nah, I'm gaining a little bit too much weight. But you become comfortable, and I felt that I became comfortable, and I realized when I was uncomfortable when I started traveling a lot, because I had to do a lot of walking, I had to rush to gates, I wasn't able to run with my son, and that's what made me want to get on this journey to change my life. So when I did that, and I am where I am today, and I get into these funks, I have to keep reminding myself, like, listen, look where you came from and look where you are. So I'm not trying to preach. I ain't trying to get too much into it, but that's just the thing. Look where you are and look, where you came from. And if you're on this journey now, look where you are right now and look where you, in the future, where you want to be. And let that motivate you. If you need to buy a pair of jeans that's 4, 5 sizes too small, depending on where you are, do that. And hang them jeans up on that closet. Let that be your motivation and be like, you know what? Someday in the next few months, I'm going to be in these jeans, or buy a dress or a shirt. Buy a piece of clothing that you want to see yourself in. And it doesn't have to be at your goal weight. It can be just say, oh, in a couple months, I want to be able to fit this. And then start from there. Don't let people discourage you. Don't let people discourage you from doing this journey either. If you have people in your life telling you, oh, I don't think you should do it because, I think you're fine. If you do not feel fine with yourself and you want to change your life, then do it. Don't let people discourage you from changing your life and making yourself, going for a healthier you, because people will do that and you will be like, well, maybe I don't need the surgery. If you want to do it, then do it. Don't let anybody else's opinions change that. So that's it. I'm going to sign out right now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the new subscribers. As always, if you have any questions, comments, hit me up here or in DYMOND 886 on Instagram. And I'm going to go ahead and insert some of those pictures for my 11-month surgerversary. Thanks for watching, guys.